Welcome back, everybody, to this week's vlog. I'm actually sitting in my bedroom on the floor because I am slowly finishing packing. We are leaving tonight for Europe. I realized my last vlog, I told you that I was leaving and I was packing, and I told you about Liam and how we're not taking Liam with us on this trip because he's just been very difficult to travel with lately, and it's just going to be easier for both him and us. And I realized through all of that discussion, I never told you where we're going. And I kind of want to keep it a secret now until the next vlog because I will be vlogging the entire time we're there. And I will try to have like 1 to 2 vlogs a week. Since I'll be gone for 2 weeks, I'm going to try to do 4 vlogs. But I'm curious where you guys think we're going. And I'll give you a hint. It's actually 2 places. So comment down below. I'm curious if like anyone's going to guess it. But hopefully this vlog will be up before my TikToks are up. So that's the idea. But anyway, I'm sitting on the floor. I'm getting dressed and ready. But before I do that, I want to do some skincare and I want to do some makeup. I don't really like to do makeup for travel day. I just want to put a little bit of concealer because I got a facial a few days ago and my skin is just looking crazy. I did do some moisturizers already and a few other things, but I want to do a little bit of makeup. So I just thought, let's do it together. So I have to be honest, I don't know if you guys can tell on my lips right now, but I have this outline that I can't get off now. It's this like permanent makeup that you basically put on your lip. I don't know why I had to think about that for a sec. But it's this permanent makeup that you basically put on your lip. And what happens is that you leave it on and then you peel it off. There's a couple different brands. I don't want to say the brand because I don't want you to deter from buying it because I feel like this is just a personal preference. I'm not really a fan of it because I don't like how it stains, and then I feel like it makes your lips like look too crazy. But anyway, that's fine. I packed with me a bunch of makeup, which when we're in Europe, I'll do like a what I packed, but I packed a bunch of stuff more than I usually would pack because we have some events and stuff while we're traveling. So that's that. I have all my Ula Henderson stuff with me, which is my favorite peptide. I got a bunch of road stuff sent to me in a PR box. I actually sent some out to a couple of fans. I don't really like ever feel like I talk about this on TikTok. Like sometimes I do giveaways and stuff for caviar or for makeup or whatever, but I do send a lot of stuff to my fans. Like I'll DM people or like people will DM me and whatever, and I'll send stuff. But I kept only 2 colors from the Rhode peptide, but I do have to say I like this launch better than the original launch because the original launch for me was too sticky, too fragrant, and also it would, after being exposed to the heat, like I would keep it in the car or in my bag. Like I remember we went to the beach and I kept the tube in my beach bag. Then when I went to go put it back on, the gloss kind of, or what's a peptide, I can't call it a gloss, but the peptide turned in very to like a sandy, sugary feeling. So when I put it on my lips, it felt like very grainy. But this one so far hasn't been like that. This color is called Salty Tan. I will link whatever I can below, but this is the color. And basically, it's kind of pinky. I do have to say, it feels a little bit thick, and it does feel like it could be sticky, but it's not. But I do have to say, like through all the peptides, not just Rhode, but like a bunch of different peptides that I always try, my favorite is still Ula Henderson. Like Ula Henderson to me, like the formula is unmatched. I don't know what it is, how they do it, but the formula is insane. Let me see which one I packed with me for the plane. I'll show you guys. Okay. I packed the OG because that's my fave. And then I packed another one in my small handbag, which I think is a strawberry sorbet. Yeah. But I'll do this also. This is from In Beauty, but I'll show you guys what I packed on the plane. I'll do like a TikTok reel for that. Anyway, okay, so I just want to put some concealer on. I've been loving the Hourglass one. The Hourglass has always been my favorite, and NARS. I also like to try a bunch of new concealers, but I just always go back to what I know. I do also like the Kosas one if I want more of a hydrating concealer, and I do like the Tower 28 one because first of all, you put a little bit of that product and it goes so far. Like you really, really get your bang for your buck with that product. And Tower 28 is just also a serum, so it's quite different than a lot of the other concealers. I'm just gonna put a little bit, but I know this is like counterproductive, but I am gonna wipe this off like once we get on the plane because I'm gonna probably do a little bit of skincare. I'm not sure. Anyway, this color from the Hourglass is in Beach Vanish. For reference, this is the Tower 28 one that I'm talking about that I really like. It's a serum concealer. Liam just woke up from his nap and he's super cranky. Don't know why. feel like he knows we're leaving. I'm using the Hourglass brush. I've talked about this many times. The Hourglass brushes are my absolute favorite. I like that they are slanted. They're amazing. They're the best. That's literally all we're doing. And then I might add a little bit of the Kosas concealer in a lighter color. Just look how much better your face looks after you have a little bit of concealer. That's like one of my favorite products. I think concealer and a eyebrow brush. Like if I had to go on a stranded island, that's like what I would take. I have skincare on my face. I have the SkinCeuticals hyaluronic acid. I have the extreme cream from In Beauty. I have the Caudalie eye cream on, and I think I have also the extreme, not extreme cream, the In Beauty serum. And I don't know what else I have on my skin. I forgot because I did it earlier, but that's what we have going on. I'm going to brush my eyebrows with the Precisely My Brow from Benefit Cosmetics. I did put a hydrating cream into my eyebrows because I got my eyebrows laminated for the trip, and she told me to use this hydrating cream, but now this hydrating cream kind of is a little bit sticky. So I don't know what's happening here, but let's try to line this up like that. I don't know, I like go back and forth about my thoughts about lamination because I like to do it like obviously for like travel and trips because all you need to do is just brush your eyebrows up. The only thing is that it's still work. Like people are like, oh, you know, you laminate your eyebrows and it's like you don't have to do anything, you're just ready and go, but they lie. They all lie because you have to brush them all the time, and then sometimes some of the hairs are not activated with the product anymore, like after a few weeks, and then some hairs are like going here, some hairs are going there, and then you're like trying really hard to like brush them in the same direction. You're putting on like a different eyebrow serums or like an eyebrow gel, which you're not supposed to while you have it, but then after a certain period you need it because otherwise they don't behave. And then what happens is you're trying to pencil it in and then it looks like off, and it's a different type of work in its own. It's really good for like the first 2 weeks, but then after it's all downhill from there. So it's like anything, you know? I do really like the Eyebrow Liposourcil Expert from Talica. It looks like this. I'll link this below. This is what the girl that I go to at G Beauty, her name is Mary. She's amazing. When she does my eyebrows, she likes this one because it is a eyebrow gel, but it's also hydrating and it like doesn't ruin the eyebrows and like the formula and stuff that they use for lamination, so it doesn't ruin your laminated brows. So this is really, really nice. I think this is all that we're gonna do. Maybe I'll add some, let's see, maybe I'll add some blush. I did take the Rhode blush. The color that I kept for myself was Piggy. Wink, wink. Hi, Liam. So I'm gonna put some like here. And then we're just gonna use the Dibs dual brush and brush that in. I love blush. Blush makes you look awake and youthful. Hi! Oh, I know. He woke up crying, my boy. So I really love blush because it makes you look really youthful, and I love a little bit of bronzer in my contour, but for this look, I just feel like I'm gonna stay like this because it looks nice and fresh. I don't like highlighter, which I discussed recently, because I feel like highlighter shows all your imperfections. So I just kind of stick to this because this is just nice and what I like and what I know. So I'm not quite sure where we left off, but I had to go take Liam downstairs because my brother came to pick up him and Miso to take him to my mom's, and nobody tells you how hard, I'm like gonna start crying, I'm gonna try not to, but nobody tells you how hard it is to leave your kid. And I feel like when I'm gone for like a work trip for like 1 or 2 days, it only happened twice, but I'm gone for like a day or two, and he was much smaller and I had to go for work. Like I had no choice. And I didn't want to take him with me because it was just like a lot of like moving parts. It wasn't that hard, but like now that he's older and he has a personality and he interacts with you and he understands, and just like so many little things and nuances, it just becomes much harder, and I'm like getting emotional like talking about it, but it's the truth. And it was really hard to just leave him right now, so I'm really gonna miss him for the next 12 days. So I didn't mean to get this emotional, but here we are with Liam Bear Talk. Give me a sec. You know what? It's fine. This is what it is. This is, you know what? It's fine. This is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. But anyway, I am really excited though to spend time with my husband. I am excited to just chill and relax and like do our thing, eat really good food. I'm going to be eating all the carbs, drinking all the whole milk, doing all the things, and just living my best life. We are going to an event once we land in our destination, which I'm not going to tell you because remember you're supposed to guess. And then the vacation will start really, I mean, as we land, but we have a event, and then we're going to move to a few other places afterwards. And yeah, I'm not really going to be working. I have like 2 or 3 work obligations that I still need to fulfill, and I need to fulfill my vlogging duties. But they're fine. We'll get them done. But I'm really excited. Also, does anybody like when they cry a little bit or start crying and get teary-eyed, their nose gets stuff? Because that's me. Always. My nose is also, not my nose is also, I have a deviated septum. So a lot of the times on TikTok when people in the comments are like bullying me and saying, hey, why are you breathing like that? Or why are you breathing so heavy? Or get your nose checked and blah, blah, blah. Like I have gotten rhinoplasty before and it's fixed as much as it can. But this is what it is. I'm breathing fine. I have 99% oxygen. It's great. But this is just how I sound. I also recently, actually, I've been thinking about like people commenting on certain parts of your body, which I really hate when people comment on anything. Not me particularly in general. Like I feel like I've said this before that not everybody has tough skin. So when some people bully other people, or not even bully, when they're just like pointing something out, right? And they say, oh, like the most recent one for me was like, why do you always try to talk with a lisp? And I was like, I don't try to talk with a lisp. I talk with a lisp because that's how I talk. You know, this is not something that I'm impersonating or trying to pretend I have a lisp. Like, why would somebody purposely pretend that, you know? And people always like point that out to me. And sometimes I say like, you know, I have like thick skin because I've had really like nasty things said to me all the time on the internet. Like I'm subjected to judgment and opinions. It's just fine. Like I chose to be here, right? I get it. But some people don't have tough skin. And so sometimes when people point out really specific details, maybe about their body or how they talk or how they breathe or how they look, whatever, it becomes an even bigger insecurity because it could have been an underlying insecurity. And then now it's becoming a bigger insecurity because now it's magnified by at least one person. And when one person points it out, it feels like everybody sees it, right? So I feel like we need to be kinder to each other and not point out certain things and just remember that, you know, maybe you have tough skin. So if somebody pointed something out to you, which in retrospect may not feel like it's a big deal, but to somebody it may be a really big deal, because I know a lot of people who are really, really sensitive and take everything to heart. Like the most, I don't know, non-judgmental opinions or just comments they will take to heart, and they'll think about it and they're going to like think about it for days and days and days and just going to eat them up. So we just need to be a bit kinder and remember that we're all different. We all talk different, we all look different, we come in all different shapes and sizes and colors, and it's just okay to be different, and it's good to be different. It's what makes you and what makes me. So I think that everyone needs to be less judgmental because the world, it will be rounder that way. Anyway, I finished packing. I packed everything in one suitcase, which you'll see after in this clip. I was trying so hard to get everything into one suitcase. Yes, it's like a little bit overflowing, but we made it. You know, all my friends who are traveling for like 2-3 weeks all have 2 suitcases each. I have 1 suitcase because Aloni's like, don't overpack. Like we always overpack. You're gonna end up buying something, blah, 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 whatever. But I tried really hard not to overpack this time, which feels really good. But the other side of me is like, I want more shoe options. I want more this options, you know? And you don't end up wearing it. But I really, really this time tried to pack like what I'm actually going to wear. And I packed like 1 or 2 extra t-shirts for like incidentals or whatever. But I think I'm gonna be okay. I didn't want to overpack, like I said. And that's really it. I'm really excited. I hate flying. I actually want to show you guys something, because if you have I always get it at the Russian store. I call it the Russian store. It's like an Eastern European store. If you have like an Eastern European store, Polish store, a Armenian store, like a Serbian type of shop, you could find this valerian root there. It's called the valerianka in Russian, but it's a valerian root and it's basically like nature's Xanax. I love it so much because I hate flying. I have such bad anxiety when I fly, but my anxiety is like different. I'm not scared of like that we're gonna crash or that something bad's gonna happen on the plane. I'm more scared of me not being able to leave, right? So it's like not claustrophobia. I don't even know how to explain it, but essentially what I fear and what I feel is when I'm on the plane and, for example, if I'm traveling alone, I always have to sit in the aisle seat. I cannot sit in the middle seat and I cannot sit in the window seat, which I know a lot of people prefer the window seat. However, for me, if I get nauseous, because I get nauseous really easily and I hate throwing up, like for me, throwing up is just not the vibe. I was always that girl, like even back in the day, like when I was, you know, in my early 20s and we were drinking and I would get nauseous, everybody would say, just, you know, like throw up, you'll feel so much better, like move on. I'm not that person. Like I'm going to be like laying in bed, that's it, I'm like done for the night, you know, or even when I was feeling sick and they would just say, just, you know, like give yourself relief, it's fine, like you'll feel better. No. So I get scared I'm gonna choke. Like I hate throwing up. Like for me, like I said, it's just like the worst. Okay. Like I have like chills and cold sweats as soon as I'm like nauseous. Like for me, it's just the fact that I have to like throw up and people are gonna see me do it and like talk about me doing it and how if I'm gonna get to the bathroom on time, like whatever. But for me, I need to sit in the aisle seat when I'm by myself. If I'm with my husband and we're traveling on a plane that has like 3 seats, then I don't care if I sit in the middle seat or the aisle seat, because then I don't have to like worry if I have to get up and get nauseous to like go over him. I'm talking about my anxiety on the plane. But yeah, so I always fly with Pepto-Bismol. I always fly with valerianka. I don't take any drugs like Xanax and stuff like that just because it's not for me. I'm more of a naturopath. But I also always check that the front seat has a barf bag. What else do I do, babe, on the plane? Like weird stuff. I always need to know where the exits are. Oh, and if there's any slight turbulence, I claw my husband. So if there's any slight turbulence, I claw into you. One time, actually, okay, so we were flying to my friend's wedding in Ireland, and we were on a plane that has like 4 seats in the middle, you know, like 2 on each side, but then 4 in the middle. And I was sitting in one of the seats with my husband, whatever. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, we're going to have bad turbulence, you know? So I was like, oh, okay, that's it. Like I'm starting to like panic. I'm breathing heavily. I'm like waiting for the turbulence, you know? And he's just like, relax, like it's fine, you know? You're why do you always like get so like anxious and like nervous about this turbulence? So then all of a sudden the turbulence becomes like this, like the cup goes like this. And I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm like, we're going to die. That's it. And all of a sudden, like in that moment, for some reason, I like cannot hear anything. Like as soon as I get scared, I like black out or like my hearing just goes mute. And all of a sudden I hear them saying, flight attendants, take your jump seats, right? That's what they were saying on the intercom. But I thought I heard them say, flight attendants, take your jumpsuits. And I look at Aloni and I'm like, they said, take your jumpsuits, we're gonna die. And I literally starts tearing. He literally was like, Aloni was scared for a second because I like told him what I thought I heard and he like didn't hear. And then they said it again and he's like, babe, they said take your jump seats, meaning like they need to sit down. And I'm like, that's not what they said, because it's not what I heard, right? Like in my head, I'm delusional. And I was like, we're gonna die, that's it. Like I'm panicking. He's like, he told me that I turned white, like I looked like a ghost, but it was fine after like 5 minutes. But that I was so scared. I also like don't like flying in small planes. I don't like flying private. When people are like, oh, we're gonna take a private plane, that's not a flex to me. Like if I have no choice to fly in a small plane to wherever it is I'm going, but like, will I willingly be like, let's fly private? No, it's not a flex to me. So anyway, I thought I would share that with you, but I want to show you guys the valerian root. I have like the OG Russian version. They come in many different forms. You can get them on Amazon, but I always just get the Russian one because I feel like it's like the strong one, you know? And also good because you can sleep. Yeah, it says valerianka extract 20 milligrams. So valerian extract 20 milligrams. And it comes like this in a tube. See? Bomb.com. A little snack pack of bonbon candy. My orthodontic retainer, which I packed this with me on my carry-on bag because I'm going to be sleeping for like 7-8 hours, or hopefully I'll be sleeping for that time that we're flying. But I'm going to put it in because I'm going to be like all verklempt, and I don't want to wake up with like jaw pain and migraines and stuff. But anyway, I don't want to bore you with that. But anyway, let's jump into this vlog. This is your first experience in the Miami heat doing stuff with the baby. How does it feel?
It feels great. I'm nice and sweaty. It's a good thing I
I just told
showered
Liam.
and came nice and clean.
I didn't tell Liam. I told Aloni. I was like, wow, imagine if we have another child and we're gonna have to be going to Disneyland in like the dead heat of summer.
I think we're gonna have to avoid going in the summer.
I know. I'm gonna go to winter in February. I know. It's the Miami Zoo. Some pineapples growing over there. It's a succulent garden. What are these called, babe?
I have no idea.
And there's Aloni on a perpetual work call on a Saturday. Money, money, money team. Are you on a perpetual work call? Look how insane this dessert room is. You guys, I don't even love desserts, but like these are some dulce de leche cookies. Oh my gosh. Profiteroles. Cheesecake pops. This looks insane. It's a carrot cake. I think I have to go for this. These look gorgeous. Blueberry muffins, cookies. What is this? Guys, this looks insane. This is a bonafide pie. I don't know what that is. Wow. This is just such a gorgeous setup. Hi, babe.
Hi, my love. I don't think you got enough dessert for us.
Try it.
Which one?
Try this one. I feel like you would like this chocolate. Tell us what it is. Looks like a Ferrero Rocher outside. Look at that. It's like fudgy. Heck, this looks really good. This pie.
Wow.
What is it?
What's this? Is that edible?
No. What's this?
Wow. Yeah. What is this?
I don't know. It looks fudgy, but it looks good. The caramel.
Wow. Good, huh? It's like a banana split.
Do you know how much dessert you've been eating this last 2 days? Aloni ate the entire batch of banana bread that I made.
Entire loaf.
Loaf.
I know, it's pretty embarrassing. So now we're recording.
I feel like this is what I would like better. Wow. That's like my kind of dessert. Banana caramel. Here's my cheat day. I feel like I'm not gonna like.
I thought you don't like cheaters.
I don't like cheating men.
2 shots for babies.
Wait, tell me
This is
something.
carrot cake right here?
Yeah, tell me. I feel like I'm not gonna like that, right?
No, you're gonna like that.
I'm gonna try this one. If this is not a cream cheese frosting, I'm gonna be really disappointed. Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
I gotta walk away. I just came to get my hair toned. It's actually dirty. I haven't washed it since the gym today, but I came to tone my hair because it's a little burnt out. Last time when I changed my color, you guys saw in 2 vlogs ago, I didn't actually color my hair with dye. I toned it because I didn't want to like damage it more. So it's been like almost 2 months, and being in the sun and like washing my hair a lot, it got burned out. So I want to give it a little bit of more brown color. I want to add a little bit more brown color into it. I want to just tone it up, freshen it up before our trip, and I'm probably going to get a little trim just to freshen up my ends because they seem a little bit dead. I've actually been using the Kerastase Premier line and I love it so much. It's been really helping me a lot with my hair and just like maintaining healthy, strong hair that doesn't break. So that's been really good, but I will show you what my hair looks like after. So this is before. It has been a few hours. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the hair color is just much more rich and healthier. I got a little haircut too. Got a little gloss and tone, and I just feel like I'm ready. But honestly, I have been loving the brown hair. I feel like you always end up going back to your roots. And my mom always used to tell me, don't touch your hair, don't touch your hair. You're always going to go back to your roots. And obviously, I have like 13, 14, 15 years of hair color and damage just to come back to my roots. So the saying that your mother's always right is correct, but we're not going to tell her that. So, shh. Hi, everyone. We are on the way to dinner. We had the best day today. We had a beach day with our family. It was so nice and relaxing. And then we came home and we were watching a Russian cartoon called Tiny Love, which our son loves. We let him watch it for like 5-10 minutes, like here and there. But we turned it on because we wanted to cuddle with him, and that's like the only way that we can get him to cuddle and not move and like get his attention for like 5-10 minutes. And it's just the best. The snuggles, the salt and vinegar chips, his little feet.
They don't always smell like that.
So good.
Salt and vinegar chips, she says.
So good. I love him. His little pillows.
Yeah.
And that's about it. We're going to dinner now at Chateau Zizi. I think I've told you guys about it before. It is a upscale Mexican restaurant, which is so delicious. This is going to be my 5th time going, your 4th, because I went to a link home dinner there.
You're keeping count?
Yeah. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good.
It is good.
Yeah.
It is yummy. I wish it wasn't like...
We were just jamming out.
Drive, but...
It's not that long of a drive today because there was like no traffic. Miami, you guys, is the best in the summer because no one's here. There's no traffic.
If you don't mind the heat and the humidity.
But there is literally no traffic. It's amazing. It's the best. Everyone's gone on vacation or traveling or whatever. And there's like no school, so less people on the road. We were just jamming out listening to music. And my husband teaches me all about the old school hip hop from the West Coast that he grew up listening to, because I did not grow up listening to that. I grew up listening to Ja Rule and T.I. and Lil Wayne. Guys, I don't think you know this about me, actually. I was a hardcore Lil Wayne fan. I went to the Lil Wayne concerts. I was like loving Lil Wayne when I was younger. I can't believe my mom let me listen to it. I think because I have a Russian-speaking mom, like she didn't really monitor like the kind of music I was listening to. I used to love Eminem also, and I remember I used to go to, I think, Target at the time. In Costco, they used to sell CDs. Remember when they would like just come out?
Yeah.
And my aunts and my uncles would buy them for me also, and my parents just like never told me that I couldn't listen to them because they didn't really like understand, you know, what they were rapping and talking about. So I got away with it, but that was like the hip hop side. And then the other side is I was like a hardcore Britney Spears fan. And then I started liking Christina Aguilera, but then I felt really guilty for liking Christina Aguilera because they had like some beef.
What do you mean you didn't love like the NSYNC, Backstreet Boys and all that? Oh, my sister
I was a
so
Backstreet Boys girl, not an NSYNC girl. You give me anxiety when we drive, not gonna lie. You know that because I grip the side of the door. But Aloni's an assertive driver and he always tells me to commit. You know?
I feel like you get, not anymore, but you used to have a tendency to like second guess.
The only time
If you're gonna go, commit to it and go.
Yeah, that's what Taylor says. The only time I get nervous is when Aloni asks me to drive, and I hate it because he critiques how I drive. Not in a bad way, but he'll be like, commit, or like, go into this lane, or like, you know, go around him, and it gives me anxiety because I'm like getting tested by Aloni.
Yeah,
Am I gonna pass the test?
I don't do good with like complacency. But I guess it's not complacency. I'm sorry, I can't talk with these
Your teeth are gonna be so straight though, and not that they weren't, but
they drive me nuts. Yeah, I guess it's better to be a calm driver. You're probably right.
My response to him always is, even with Liam in the car, but even without Liam in the car, with Liam in the car, he doesn't drive like this. But when I'm driving by myself, I always tell him I'm not in a rush anywhere.
Yeah, my dad would always tell me that. Where are you in a rush to? Where are you in a rush to?
I'm not in a rush anywhere, so it's fine if I'm like 5 minutes late.
Right now we're in a rush.
Right now we're in a rush, but
Because we're late,
yeah.
as usual.
Usually, guys, You know what? I'm not gonna say anything, but I want you guys to comment down below and tell me, who do you think we're always late because of? Is it because of me or because of Aloni? There's a old airplane. It's like, I guess it's like half the airplane that's just parked here in the lot, and they converted to a coffee shop. I want to go see the spot. The coffee might not be good, but I want to just check it out because it looks like interesting, the concept, you know? We just got back from dinner. Saloni's dinner outfit.
What do you think?
I love it. Aloni has finally found himself a pair of denim jeans he can wear.
It took that, right?
Can we show the front? Okay, Daddy. Hi.
Hello.
I'm obsessed with these pants. The DVF team sent me these, and they're like so yummy. They feel like cotton. My t-shirt from Uniqlo, my Frankie Shop blazer. These are really good if you want to eat a lot of food, which I did tonight. Okay, guys, and that is it. I will try to vlog tomorrow. We're gonna go buy another camera that I really want for travel. It's like small. But anyway, good night. I have to whisper because Liam's sleeping. Good morning, guys. I'm on my way right now to get a manicure, and I'm in a little bit of a pinch because I'm late, but also I'm like sitting here thinking, what color am I going to do for my nails, because I currently have red on my nails, and I was like, I want to kind of do the red for vacations, but I was like, I want to do like a darker red. So this is the red that I currently have, which I love. I just don't like the shape, because last time I told her I wanted to try more of an oval shape, even though I'm usually sticking to my almond shape. So today I'm going to tell her not to cut the length off and just kind of make them a little bit narrow and keep with the almond shape. But I wanted to do this color. I don't even know what the name is. It's basically just, I do a clear coat and she does this like pearl powder on top, just like one layer, and then she like buffs it out, and so it kind of looks like a pearlized glazy nail. But I get sick of it really fast. So I hope she has this one pink nude that I really like. I don't remember if it ever came back to stock or if they reordered it or what the deal was, but I think I'll do that. And yeah, we're leaving tomorrow, so I have like a million things to do. I really had no time to do any errands yesterday because we were with Liam all day. We went to the mall. I had to get some perfume. I ran out of my Lost Cherry and Both Cherry Smoke perfume from Tom Ford, which are my favorite scents. My husband was like, why don't you try something new? And I was like, ugh, you know when you're like smelling new things and then you're just like, no, you want what you want? I feel like I still need to have my core scents, but I can always mix it in with something new, you know? And I feel like when we're in Europe, I can find maybe like a niche fragrance, something different. I also get really flustered when it comes to perfumes because I really suffer from migraines. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've talked about this on TikTok. I suffer from really bad migraines. I used to have really debilitating migraines when I had graduated college. I remember my first job in Chanel when I was working. I had really bad migraines to the point that I was in like the worst mood. I would want to lay in the complete like darkened silence for days, and I took some different medications, but I had a weird reaction to one of the migraine medications, and it's a drug that is present in most of them. So for me, that's when I turned to acupuncture, and I've been doing acupuncture quite frequently, especially now, because I was getting my TMJ treatment with acupuncture, which obviously TMJ also leads to migraines, but once I got my night guards and my orthodontic retainer, I don't really have migraines anymore from the TMJ. But the only time that sometimes I do have migraines now that are really bad is from perfumes that or scents that have oud in it, or just like certain fragrances that are really strong. Like I can't wear Baccarat Rouge, which is a perfume that a lot of people like, or a scent that a lot of people enjoy wearing, but for me it just right away triggers my migraines for me, and it's really bad. So it's hard for me also to like go to the mall or go to a perfume shop and try on different perfumes because I can't really do it because after like 2 or 3 scents, that's it. Like it triggers my headache and the headache turns into a migraine and it's like not worth it, you know? So that's why also part of the reason sometimes I stick to what I know, because sometimes I could like something in the moment and then I'll spend the money, and you guys know like really high-end fragrances are expensive. You know, they range anywhere from 150 to the thousands, right? So I don't want to spend, you know, $300-400 on a fragrance and then 3 hours later, once it dries down on me, I'm like facing a migraine and I'm like screwed. So anyway, so yesterday we went to the mall and I ended up getting my Tom Ford Lost Cherry. The only reason I didn't get both was because I had a refill. I don't have it with me, I left it at home, but I have a refill tube. It's really pretty. It's like a sleek red refill, and I brought it with me because I was like, can I buy a refill? They used to sell them, but she goes, they don't have them anymore. I don't know if they discontinued them, what the story is, but she goes, we don't have it, but I'll give it to you for free. I'll do it for you for free. So she refilled an entire tube for me for free of the electric cherry. And then I just ended up purchasing the Lost Cherry, so I didn't have to purchase both because the refill is going to last me like probably 2 months. And the Tom Ford perfume is a little bit expensive. They're like around $450, I think, for the smaller size, and the larger one is like $600. But it was really nice of her because I'm like, wow, thank God I didn't have to spend the money, because it's just like, I don't know. I always get like annoyed when I have to spend that much money, especially like on fragrance. But what are you gonna do? I will link both of them below if you guys are interested in trying, because they're honestly amazing and I love them so much. So yeah, I also need to finish packing today. I need to finish packing my son because he's going to my mom's house. I have to make sure that all of his stuff is situated. And I just spent a lot of time with Liam yesterday because I'm going to miss him. Like, we haven't left him for that long. You know, I've left him for like 2 days when I had to go like on a work trip, but like that's about it. And he's always traveled with us. So this is just going to be the first, but it's okay. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Parents need space also and time together, right? It's really important, I think, for a marriage to have some time off. Even if it's just a day or an evening, it doesn't matter. It's just important to reconnect with your significant other, I feel like. But I need to pack him. I need to make sure he has all of his stuff and that he's ready to go. I had all the groceries delivered to my mom's today for Liam Bear. And that's that. Aloni's parents are coming to visit. Liam also, while we're going to be gone, so he's going to get a double dose of grandparents. It's going to be insane. And when he has a double dose of grandparents, you know what happens? He's spoiled with love and attention, and he's just like living his best life because they are doing anything and everything that he wants. So they eat out of the palm of his hands, quite literally. So it's quite funny. Anyway, what color do you guys think I should do? I'm like confused. Oh, I'm also tired. Liam didn't sleep good, and I'm also tired because I didn't work out today. And usually after my workout, I feel so good. But the reason why I didn't go to my workout today, which I was really annoyed about, last night, Liam woke up a lot, so I kept going to his crib, and we already lowered his crib, so his crib is quite low. And I kept having to like lean over and, you know, soothe him and have him go to sleep and so on and so forth. And my pinched nerve has been bothering me lately, but last night, like this morning when I woke up, it was hurting me so bad. And I was like, I made the correct decision of not going to the workout because it was just hurting me. And I'm going to go to acupuncture later. They're going to take me for a session because I don't want to irritate it more before we leave, especially when I have to sit on a long flight. So that's why I didn't go to my workout this morning, but I'm a little bit upset because I was like really looking forward to doing this last workout before we leave. So that's that, but it's fine. What are you going to do? You have to listen to your body and not push yourself just because you want to get a last workout in, you know? People ask what nail salon I go to. I don't have an answer for them because right now she's working out of one called Eyebrow Boutique. They specialize in like eyebrow laminations and color and stuff. I go to her for nails because she has a like table there, so. I will tag her though on Instagram. I always do. I always tag her. Here's some of the color options. I always really like these lilac colors, but they never look good on me. These are the colors we're going with. I know it's hard to tell. This is like colder. It has like a lilac in it. This one's just more pink. these were all the color options. It's hard to tell, but it has like, this one's called Breeze. They're all like kind of lilac-y. This is the color that I went with. It's from a brand called Dark. I've actually never used this company before, but it's a Pro Base 05, and the color is like a lilac, pink, warmer tone with a little bit of milkiness to it. It's really nice, actually, very pretty and refreshing, and I did the same thing on my toes. I'm about to get a facial. I'm going to get an aqua gold facial for the first time. I have no idea what that is, but I'll show you the results after. So it's a little maintenance that I'm doing for the trip. How long has this location been here?
Only about a month and a half. No,
a little more.
A little more? Oh, so how's that? 2 months?
Yeah.
And it's pronounced Jet, right?
Jet, like inject, but minus the IN.
I like that, actually.
We have locations, multiple locations in New York City, a location in the Hamptons, a location Rye, New York, about an hour north of the city, and also a location in West Hollywood, LA. So what's really good is for people that travel a lot,
Those are like all the hubs.
kind of wherever you're going will be there. So if you have any issues, any questions, you need any last minute treatments,
I'll be there.
oh,
This is the result of a very good session. This space is so beautiful. These are all the treatment rooms. I wanted to show you the outside because I didn't even realize this was here. Look. See? Okay, this is the honest situation of what I have going on here. This is all the stuff that I was trying on. Some of the stuff I decided I ended up not wanting to take because some things are big on me since I lost weight. But I tried to like plan all my looks and take pictures of them, and then I put it in my iPhone under a album so that way I know exactly what I have and what I can wear together and vice versa. And I kind of group them as like these can be worn together, these can be worn together, and like so on and so forth. Some of the stuff I'm not taking, but this is just kind of the situation. And the shoes, I'm obviously not taking all these shoes, but I was just trying it on like to see what the options, because I don't want to take too much. I want to try to be like a minimal packer, which so far it's not looking like. Then this is the for sure stuff that I started folding. I always like to try every single outfit on because you never know like what, I don't know, for example, I need like silicone pasties for like this one tank top that I'm taking, or like what underwear you need or shapewear. So I try on every single thing and every single accessory, and I'm taking some fashion jewelry. I don't really, well, I used to, but not anymore. I'm not going to be traveling with expensive jewelry or any like skin bags or anything like that. I'm not going to travel with any watches because the situation in Europe right now is not the best. So I don't even want to put myself at risk. I just want to wear my cute outfits, enjoy myself, and not have to worry about expensive items that can potentially be stolen from me. So that is that. Okay, guys, we're making some segue here. Lonnie's telling me not to overpack because he's taking like 4 pairs of pants and 5 shirts. But I told him I'm committed to the looks. I want to show you something, a trick. So I have this dress that has these like crystals, and I don't want it to ruin the rest of my clothes. So I always have some tissue paper. I'm gonna put the top of it in tissue paper. And I pack it so that it doesn't mess up everything else. Need some tissue paper, babe? Need some tissue paper? Like that. see. And now you can safely pack it. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's vlog, and I will be seeing you shortly in Europe. Don't forget to tell me where you think I'm going, and I will see you soon. Also, before I go, I wanted to add, let me know what kind of content you're most interested in seeing while I'm overseas, right? So are you interested in seeing like food content? Do you want to know like restaurant recommendations? Do you want to like vintage shopping, bazaars, beaches? Like what is it that interests you? I'm very curious, and let me know and drop a comment below. Bye.